Welcome back to HPI Auto. This is Evan. So I noticed there's probably not many videos online about removing the rear quarter glass of these cars, and a lot of people are kind of confused by it. So I'm going to kind of go through and show you the way I do it. Pretty quick, pretty easy. You'll need a few things. You'll need just a regular socket wrench, an extension, a 13 millimeter, a 4 and a 5 millimeter hex, some silicone spray lubricant for the seal, and then I like to use this little airbag that's in your typical lockout kits to get into cars. So the first thing you want to do is come along the seal right here, and I always just lube it up as much as possible before I even start doing anything else. So you lube that up, and then on the actual window you're going to have two 13 millimeter nuts and then a 5 millimeter bolt in the back side. So obviously this car is stripped down right now, but to get to this point, basically you just need to pull off the rear A-pillar, which just clips, and then you have the seat belt cover right here. You want to get that off, and it's basically held on by some clips and then a screw up here, and then you'll have what looks like this. So the first thing you want to do is just remove the seal that goes along the window. It can be kind of tough depending on how old the car is, but pretty easy to get off once you get it going. And pull the seal off, and then you have your two 13 millimeters. Straightforward. Get the last bolt, your 5 millimeter hex. Sometimes the washer comes up with it, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, the next step is you want to remove these posts. So these posts are actually screwed onto the glass, and you want to back them out. Now when you start backing these posts out, it's going to hit against this frame and start pushing your window, the glass, out of the seal. So what you want to do is come back again with the lubricant spray, spray it up again. And then once you start backing these out, you'll see this window coming out, and you want to kind of walk it. So you don't want to do too much. You can see the window already moving out from it, but you don't want to do too much one at a time. You want to keep the pressure the same. You'll get to a point where you'll stop seeing the glass coming out, and that's when you know that those posts are actually loose from the glass. I think that one's all the way loose, and that one's loose. Slide it in here, start popping, and you'll see the window coming from the top seal will start to kind of break free, and you just want to keep it kind of smooth. Don't get too ambitious with it. Just wash the glass, it'll move, and boom. So once it does that, it gives you a slot, and you want to kind of just walk it down, not being too aggressive because you don't want to put too much pressure on the actual glass. And once again, you just kind of just watch the glass popping out of the seal, kind of let it do what's on its own, don't try to overdo it. Sometimes it can be fast, only takes a couple times. Other times it takes a little bit more, but don't need to be in a rush. So. And so come off that back one, pull your glass out. Like I said, you have your studs here, and then these will be sitting, the things you unscrewed will be sitting in there. And so I always just take them out, and we know where they go, Scroll them back on. And then same thing there. And if you see here the window trim, the reason why you can't just unbolt it is because there's actually, if you look through, so it's kind of dirty, but there's actually rivets going all the way through there. You actually have to drill the rivets out to get the whole trim out. So hey guys, thought that was a little bit, hopefully it's helpful for a lot of people that are replacing their, old trim, or maybe the glass is cracked or something like that. If you guys have any more questions or anything, please feel free to comment below. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of the day.